Hi, welcome back. This is now part 2. Hope you've had time to rest. Maybe check over the previous file. Grab a soda if you want. So now we're in part 2, where we left off was talking about where we're storing our videos that have been named in the actual video file by Gordon Henderson. In this case, now I'm starting the 1980s. This is actually the beginning of the 1980s. So you'll see UCLA 1980s videos. What I do is I go down sequentially in the file. So in this case, I'm just starting at the top, 1980 Mirage backup. This file is 11-30-80 UCLA versus Oregon State, Mirage Bowl, Tokyo, Japan. So this file, it's the start. I've set it up down here. What I do is I drag the file straight from, I'll start over again. I drag this file straight from the viewer, sorry, the bin, then bring it down next to the what I've set up here, the beginning. You'll see it'll jump you all the way to the end. At the end of the file, you come up here to where I still back up in the bin, and you see this thing said slug. We highlight the slug, bring the slug down to the bottom, and put that at the end. That's a 1-second slug that I've already set up. So from here, now that we're at the back of the file, we'll work our way to the left. I highlight the gap between the end of the file and the slug, and then I just drag it over until I see video. Because right now there's a lot of these videos have a lot of tail on them. In this case, there's a lot of black at the tail. I'm looking right up here, waiting to find video, and there we have video. Okay, so I look for the breakpoint, and I make a cut right there, and then delete any tail that we have. Even though the video naturally ends right here, I still take about another second off. So I'll count from the end of the file, from where it starts to come in, I'll count about 30 frames. You can guesstimate there a little bit, because we're going to do a fade out. But I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do like, well, let's say 20 frames or so. Great. So you want to have about a second's worth of tail. And then what I do is I zoom in, get my pen tool here, and then I do a 1-second fade out at the end. So I just fade out the video and the audio here. And then I switch to my arrow tool and then just delete the space here so that we get the slug at the back. So now we have a fade out into a 1-second slug.
And you can just slide that slug over.
You can slide the slug if you want to.
Now where's the pencil tool?
The pencil tool, the pen is this tool right here. That's what you can use to control the fade ins and fade outs. It's also
used that before.
There you have it. It's also the P key. So you can just hit P,
okay,
and it'll turn right into it.
Ooh.
So now we're gonna go to the beginning of, imagine that like we were working backwards from the slug. Now I'm gonna go forward until I find video, because sometimes there's something in, and there we have it. There's some video. I'll make a cut, and then this time we're gonna do about a 1-second fade in, so I'll let it play for about a second. Great. And then get my pen tool again, and then we're gonna fade in now. Just like that. Make sure our audio and our video fades in at the same amount of time. And then what I'll do is I'll take this whole thing, drag it over, or I can simply delete the space. And now we have our titles, our video, and our slug at the end. Now we need to change our titles, because these should be the same titles as what was before. We can go on to part 3. I'll show you how to change the titles.